Welcome, everybody. It's Thursday night, and that means it's time for another short-form improv comedy show. We're Comedy One-Shots. We are Chaotic Good Improv, and we're super stoked to be improvising for all of you tonight. Let me introduce our cast. I was going to say something I edited. I shouldn't. I should just say what I want. I should have be bold and brave. But I want to introduce our cast for you guys here tonight. My name is Chris. We've got Katie.
We got Katie.
We got Gabe.
We got Gabe.
We got Melanie.
We got Melanie.
And the man that's going to be working all the levers and the pulley systems of our interwebs is Chad, our wizard. He's basically an internet wizard. He knows all the magic. And so he'll be the one that's Chaotic Good Improv in the chat, looking at all of your chats and all of your suggestions, because we're going to be improvising. We have no idea what we're going to be doing other than the games that we have set forth on our Zoom chat that we wrote down 20 minutes ago. And we're going to need suggestions from you guys throughout the show. So anytime one of us introduces a game and we sort of ask for a suggestion, whether person, place, thing, idea, concept, color, smell, that's a good one. I think I might do that one. I might ask for a smell. I'm doing that sometime during the show. Just feel free to type it into the chat, whether you're watching us on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube Live, and chat and let us know what that is, and we'll improvise a scene. And because this whole show is improvised, this is the only time this show is ever going to exist, other than if you watch us back on YouTube. But for us, as we're doing it, it'll just go away in like a mist, just a forgetful fog is all we're going to have of this show. So we're going to be living in the moment tonight. With that, I'm going to go ahead and turn over to Chad for any pre-show announcements before we get rolling with our comedy. So, Chad, what do you got for us?
That is so weird, Chris, because Forgetful Fog was my nickname in high school. So.
Oh, yeah. That was a band I was in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
It was we improvised. So figure, Yeah.
It sounds like an improvised ska band. Interesting.
It was. Oh, you knew. Oh, you must have seen us. You must have been that guy at the show that one time we had.
Yes. I mean, there were literally tens of us. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I saw tens. I was wasted. So.
Oh, high school. Anyway, welcome.
Fourth grade. Woo!
Oh, man. Well, welcome, everybody, to Comedy One-Shots. That was just a little taste of what you can expect tonight.
You can spit it out. It's gross.
It gets better. Thank you for being here with us tonight, and thank you for letting us entertain you. Go ahead and let your friends and family, worst enemies, and random people on the street know that you're watching improv for free on the internet. We are local. We are local on the internet. That's how it works. And a lot of people are supporting us right now. Good Lord. And that's one way you can do it. We certainly do appreciate those who are subscribing and bit cheering on twitch.tv/chaotic good improv. A lot of you are doing it right now. I'm guessing we have a hype train. Yes, we do, actually. 69%. Nice. That is good. So, bit cheers.
Don't give any more. We want to stay there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a whole thing. But Ron Beham, Comedy Girly, Jana Fidget, Eagle Panini, thank you so much. And Whiskey, thank you for the resub. We appreciate all that support and appreciate you continuing to spread the word of Chaotic Good Improv on the internet. Available on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and wherever finer improv is streamed. So just a couple of quick announcements. First of all, thank you so much for all the all the support that we're getting in the chat right now. It is amazing. Also, if you would like to support us further and look damn good while you're doing it, do what Melanie is doing right now and wear a CGI shirt. You can get those at chaoticgoodimprov.com and check out our store. We have shirts, we have hats, we have hoodies, we have onesies, we have mugs, and if you wear a mug on your head, you're definitely making a statement of some sort. So go ahead and try it. Tell them I sent you. And thank you for the gifted sub. Oh my God, we are all over this hype train. That was a level 1
fire.
Thank you. Yeah, we are. We haven't even done anything funny yet. I haven't.
I know.
So there's that.
Now I feel like there's all this pressure.
I know. Well, hey, that brings me to another point. If you hear our actors say something especially funny tonight, and they will, go ahead and let me know what you want to name this thing that we're creating over the next hour. Because, as Chris said, we do put all these episodes in our archives, and they're lonely without a name. We like to name them. So if you hear a really awesome quote or a common theme that happens throughout the evening and you think, man, that would be a great episode title, let me know in the chat. I will be Chaotic Good Improv in the chat across all platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Put your suggestion in quotes, and I will put it in a big old list, and we will deliberate at the end of the episode who we thought the funniest was and who our best friend for the night is, by picking your episode title suggestions. So go ahead and suggest those as well as anything else we ask you for tonight. We ask a lot of you, but trust me, the ingredients you give us keep us funny. So guys, thank you so much for everything that you're doing tonight. Thank you for being the best audience in the world. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm going to turn it back over to Chris so we can get the first game started. Chris, over to you, sir.
Well, thank you, Chad. I was listening to a word you said. I was busy on my phone catching Pokemon. Yes, okay. All right, so we are moving right along. I heard my name, so I'm listening. I learned improv. You listen. So we're going to begin this game. Very first game is going to be for Katie and Gabe. And what I need from the audience is I would like a suggestion of a smell. It can be any smell. It could be a good smell. It can be a bad smell. It doesn't matter. Preferably not something from the body, but like, a smell. But if you really want a smell from the body, this is your prerogative. This is your show too, audience. And I want you guys to feel as equal contributors.
Have you ever wondered what the inner nose smells like? Because you're used to it. You get used to smells. So you no longer smell your own inner nose, but it has a smell.
I smell other people's inner noses, though, and then I figure it smells something like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'll have to try it.
Give it a good whiff. We have to stand weird like Legos. Like your nostrils have to go into my nostrils. Anyway, all right.
That's like Legos?
I don't think that's Legos
I don't know.
At all.
All right. So I don't even know what we're doing right now. Oh, yeah. I asked for a suggestion of smell. So because we're doing the game change, the way this game is going to go is Katie and Gabe are going to improvise a scene based on the suggestion that we give them. They can use that suggestion however they want. They can use it literally, figuratively. They can even just use it in passing. Completely up to them. It's their suggestion. And with this game, anytime I want, I can say change. And when I say change, whoever just spoke will have to change the last thing they said to whatever, something different. And they'll have to justify why that new thing is part of the scene. So, Chad, do we have a suggestion for a smell?
Okay, hold on a second. There we go. Yes, we have a suggestion for Granny's Attic.
Ooh, Granny's. Oh, I'm glad I said. I thought I was going to say apples. But Granny's Attic. All right, so this scene has something to do with Granny's Attic. However you guys want to use that suggestion, it's yours to do with as you wish. This game has changed with Katie and Gabe in 3, 2, and 1.
Ooh.
Oh, I would. Honey, that thing's got to be at least 30 years old.
I mean, it's a little stale, but it's rock candy. How bad can rock candy get?
I don't know. I mean, all right. I guess you got a good point. Listen, we gotta get down to business, though. Okay, we gotta sort through this stuff and decide what's important to you and what's not.
Well, I want the rock candies. Also, I like the ceramic angels. I think they're kind of cute.
Okay. Well, that brings us to the elephant in the room.
Change.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, that brings us to the antique trunk.
Change.
That brings us to Granny's spindle, which I want very much.
You can take Granny's spindle. That's perfectly fine with me. And you know what? It's also fine with me if you take her collection of recreations of Quentin Tarantino first drafts.
Well, that is very generous of you, Kyle.
Change.
Kyle, I don't want those freaking drafts.
Well, there's no need to be all, rough about it. You could just no would be fine. You don't have to Tarantino out on me.
Well, you know that my relationship with Quentin was a dark period in my life. And I just can't revisit it,
Oh, I know it was tough when Quentin left you for a grandma.
Change.
Oh, Quentin really effed over this family. I don't even like to say that word because I feel like it's part Quentin's. I feel like he owns it. I don't even want to be like Quentin.
Well, you've said his name a whole H of a lot of times for someone who doesn't want to be like him.
That's true. I don't want to say it one more time,
Man, if I never hear his name again, but it's okay. I hope I hear his name again at least 100 times because Kyle, hearing his name just makes me know that I love you all that much more.
Is Stephanie, I feel like you're giving me mixed signals. You tell me you love me, but then last week you said you didn't even feel like my sister anymore. And so I feel like our family bond is getting cracked.
Kyle, I don't even know how to process what you just shared. I was just trying to tell you how I felt. And you know what? I think this is what our family therapist has been trying to warn us about.
Too many emotions.
Yes. What you got to do?
And seed. That pause. I was like, wait, is this audio out? Because it was a good pause. That's not what you call a pregnant pause. That was pregnant, had the baby, it's off the college pause. That was a good one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
You can see his brain like, wait a minute. I thought we were siblings.
Yeah,
gestational
I definitely
pause.
did. I definitely took a moment to really process. Is this incest? I don't want to do another incest scene.
Another one.
I may not have been listening well, so apologies if that was the
I don't know. We both had this same grandma, so we were at least cousins.
Cousins, kissing cousins.
It's fine. All right, so this next game is a game for Chris and Melanie. What I need from you guys in the audience is a letter of the alphabet. Any letter in the alphabet that you want, can even be a weird one. Choose your own adventure there, audience. And this game is going to be A to Z with Chris and Melanie. And Chad, do we have a previous suggestion that you liked that we did not get to use in the chat? Orange zest. All right, so this scene will be A to Z. It'll be inspired in some way by orange zest, whatever that means to you. And what letter are we going to start with, Chad? R. All right, so this will be A to Z, starting with the letter R, having something to do with orange zest in 3, 2, and 1.
Just roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. It'll make it so much juicier when you get
Stop. You're going too fast. I can't see what your hands are doing.
I've got the orange, you see? And it's a little, what do you call it? Not a nectarine, a cutie.
That's what I would call it.
Yes, it's a cutie. It's what you call a cutie. You rub the cutie, and it gets all the juices into the skin, you see?
Understand that we're doing alphabets. Soup. Alphabet soup cake. Understand that?
Very much. I now remember what we're doing, yes.
Well, the orange zest, the scent of it the aroma gets into our brain and causes brain cavities. It's so spicy and rich.
Exceptional, I realize it's not my first language. Exceptional chefs like us, we know how to take exceptions to the rules. And one of those is making very juicy little cuties.
You're right about that. I do take exceptions to lots of rules. And juicy cuties they're delectable treats. Animals love them too.
Oh, zebras at the zoo. You chuck them over the fence and they just.
Alpacas too. Basically, any four-legged creature that looks somewhat like a horse. They just love them. I think it's their elongated noses. They get the scent of the zest as well as the citrusy flavor.
Mm-hmm. Bears. If you're ever in the woods alone and you have some cuties with you and you see a grizzly, you just chuck a cutie and it will sit there. It's so cute. It will peel it and it will just leave you alone.
Come on now. We both know there's no way I would ever go into a forest, let alone one deep enough to where grizzlies were roaming. I am an indoorsy kind of person.
Don't remind me. When we were first dating, you told me, like, I don't go outside. I just an indoor person,
Each to their own. I mean, I know you're adventurous and you like to go cliff diving and bungee jumping and anything with like a spring and a leap and a backflip or something. I'm just more of a couchy, Netflixy type person.
Forget about it. It's okay. It's okay.
Gone. I'm not sure if your laughter counts as ha-has, but I'm going to take it. Because sometimes that's one thing I love about you is that you chuckle at my jokes.
I do, because you're a funny guy. And I had a little medicine in my arm today, and I think it's making me a little loopy.
Jesus, you do seem a little loopy. I was wondering if maybe you tip it back on Grandpa's cough medicine or something, but it would make sense that it's probably your shot.
Know this. I don't, Grandpa, I don't touch that stuff any longer. I am, as you say, teetotaling.
Let's just pretend you never said that word teetotaling, because that's just a weird word, and I don't even think that should exist. You're on the dry wagon or the sober bus or whatever you want to call it. I'm proud of you.
My heart grows 10 times to hear you say that.
Now that's a lot of growth, I'll be honest with you. Now it sounds like you're bragging.
Oh, I am not a braggadocio. Don't say that about me.
Perhaps I may have just, said something out of akimbo that fell out of my lips. I'm sorry. Let's just, you know what? Let's make your little orange cuties and sit by the fire and watch us some Netflix.
Quietly.
Rarely do I sit quietly for too long, but I'll try just for you.
And scene. All right.
Okay, so my brain is melting as we speak.
That was awesome. Because I'm like, I don't know what to do. She's not doing the alphabet at all.
I can't even
trying to hide it. What do I do?
No, I'm definitely like.
It was a Cyrillic alphabet, if nothing else. I mean, yeah. Or
Your
the Greek
booster
alphabet.
shot's kicking in, huh?
Exactly.
I'm like quicksand right now. So let's move on.
Absolutely.
We're doing. This is all Chad. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Chad. Believe it or not, I actually do intro scene once in a while. This is one of my favorite ones called Switch. Now, guys, I'm going to need suggestions. Yes, that's right. If you had any that were burning in your soul, this is the time to put them out there. But if you need your brain kick-started just a little bit, actually, that's a really good suggestion. What is your favorite mode of transportation? Go ahead and put that in the chat. Or it's a mode of transportation you'd like to try. Also, let's talk about relationships, please, because I'm a therapist. I'm not. Do not take advice from me. But go ahead and put in relationships that that two people would have. Any kind of relationship at all, just go ahead and throw it in the chat. Also, if you need any further think abouts, what would be a weird place to get lost in? Just a really, really weird place to get lost in. Throw that in there. Or nothing at all, and just put whatever you want in there. That's fine. But I've given you plenty to think about. Here's some more stuff to think about. We have a square full of actors. And we're going to pair these actors off into we're going to pair them off into 4 scenes. Gabe and Melanie will be a pair of actors doing a scene. Melanie and Katie will be a pair of actors. Katie and Chris will be a pair of actors. And Chris and Gabe will be a pair of actors. And what's going to happen is I'm going to assign them each a suggestion through which they will build a scene. And at any point, I can switch between the... I know, right? I don't know where that came from, but I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to make that a TikTok sound. It'll be viral. It's a whole thing. But yeah, at any point, I can say the name of the suggestion and the scene that the pair of actors will be doing, and we'll switch immediately over to that. It's like I have a remote control, only it's my voice. It's kind of like one of those weird Amazon things that you kids are doing these days, and mumble grumble. And back in my day, we touched the TV. All right, so with all that being said, we have a ton of suggestions. Look at that. All right, let's see here.
Audience is nice, huh?
Yeah, they are. Gabe and Melanie, your suggestion is unicycle. Unicycle, okay?
Someone else should type that.
I got it.
Okay. Let's see here.
Melanie's wasted. You know.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, well, results not typical, but it's all good.
Get your booster, everybody.
Yeah, get your boosters. Janet Fidget, okay. Melanie and Katie, your suggestion is the mall. The mall. And again, if we do have youngsters in the audience, the mall is where you actually used to shop before Amazon. Let's see. Katie and Chris, your suggestion is lost in thought. Lost
Never had that
thought.
problem.
Yeah, right?
Thanks for not giving that to me.
And finally, Chris and Gabe, your suggestion is hand-me-downs.
Okay, good. I'm glad there was more hand-me-downs.
Right. So,
I missed hearing that.
Yeah, let's go around the squared circle here, and we're going to reiterate what our scenes are about. Gabe and Melanie, your scene is about
Unicycle.
Melanie and Katie, your suggestion is
The mall.
Katie and Chris.
Lost in thought.
And Chris and Gabe.
Hand-me-downs.
Okay. I want to see a scene about a unicycle where we're all sitting down at our desks. So, Gabe and Melanie, we'll start with your scene. Unicycles have something to do with that. This is the game of Switch in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, Leonardo, it's brilliant.
Thank you.
I mean, it's so unusual. The
Thank you.
one circle, and we sit on it and we ride.
Thank you.
You're exceptional.
Well, I've put quite a bit of work into it. No, I do everything that I can.
It's extraordinary. I'd like to try. I've been your assistant for so long, and I've watched you tinker and tinker with all of this stuff, and I'd like to ride this. What do you call it?
I call it the Van Wheel.
The Van Wheel.
The Van Wheel.
Oh, it's like
Out
like
of all the things that I've made, I think this is my best. Some
mall.
things fly.
Jessica,
what?
I just wanted to say that I'm not even mad that you gave your charm bracelet to Christine.
Amy, listen, that charm bracelet was just something we made at camp, and it wasn't that meaningful, and she just was like, I felt bad because she didn't go to camp and she didn't have anything, and we were all talking about it, so I just gave it to her. Don't be so jelly.
It's fine. I gave you the other half of my best friend's keychain from Claire's, okay? And I looked at all the keychains before I chose that one, and it's the one I wanted you to have. They have a lot of those at Claire's, okay?
I know, and they're like $6, and I know that's a lot of money. I know.
It's a
and
lot. I had to save up my allowance for so many weeks.
Well, now I feel really lousy. You're my best friend. I don't even like her. I just felt bad for her because she's not us, and what we have is really special.
Yeah.
Lost in thought.
I've got everything hooked up. All the probes and the wires are right on the cranium.
Oh, good.
If we put on these headbands, our conscience is gonna get sucked inside that conscience.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know. Trust me, I'm a lot smarter than I sound.
I do trust you. I trust you with my whole brain.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, the part of it. I can't go into the medulla. That's not a real part of your brain, but that's why you can't go into it, because it's made up.
Well, that makes sense.
I combined two different brain parts together. See, here's the problem. I already went in your brain, and it's so kerfuffled in there that my own brain waves are now mismatched.
Oh, no.
Another.
I'm so sorry about that. You know what? I've been in therapy for a while, but sometimes that man, he just stares and nods, and I think it's got to be a little wonky.
That's what I saw in your head. I saw a weird little man. He was just staring at me and pointing. He had a sign that said, "Exit this way," and it had 14 arrows on it. He's a confusing son of a bitch.
Oh, man.
Hand me downs.
Rick.
Hey, little bro. So today's the big day. You finally get it.
Yeah, I can't wait. I've never played sports before.
Well, it's it's a big day whenever I hand down the family loofah, and this is gonna keep you nice and not sweaty.
Yeah.
Once you get off the field.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I guess you could have I could give you some other stuff if you really wanted it. I don't need it anymore. I'm going to college and I'm leaving my sporting ways behind.
Yeah, and since you're really small and I grew real fast, I can already fit into all your athletic gear.
It's a little upsetting, That's probably why I'm leaving my sporting ways behind. I am really small.
You weren't very good. That's what Dad said. He said it didn't serve you good at all. Like he was shocked you even made the teams.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you play in Pee-wees this year.
Yeah, I'm huge. Like I dwarf those little kids. I feel really bad for all those kids out there. It's just
you're definitely gonna break some things. Yeah.
Oh no, break
unicycle.
Some things fly, and some things are just anatomical pictures of bodies. But my favorite creation is the Von View.
Oh, I have never loved you more than I do right now. Let's ride the Van Wiel together. We'll be a two-wheel Van Wiel riders.
I have thought of making another design with a bigger seat. A Van Wiel love seat.
Oh,
the mall.
Okay, Jessica, I know how we can settle this. I'm going to let you decide whether we get Auntie Anne's or Dippin' Dots.
okay. Well, Dippin' Dots for sure. But before we do that, look over there by the orange Julius. Look at it.
Brad. It's Brad from algebra.
I know. And I don't want to have Dippin' Dots all over us. So listen, I think we should go pool our allowances and go back into Glares and get like the brightest eyeshadow that we can find. And then go up and talk to him, like green.
Yeah, I am so glad I wore my good training bra today. Jessica,
my gosh.
This is the day.
They look so huge.
Now, be careful. We just bent physics. Your brain is now operating inside your brain. This is what your mind looks like.
Wow.
Look at all the cobwebs. That's distressing.
Oh, well, it's because, I think that I try not to think too much. Because if I did, well, then my brain would get tired.
Well, that's, when they say your brain is a muscle, you need to exercise it. They're not literal. Your brain's not really a muscle.
But what if I only have so many thoughts in my life, and then when I have all my thoughts, when I use them, I die? I just want to go slow.
So you think your mind is really like a bag of marbles, and like each thought's a marble. And when you have one, it goes away, and eventually you just have an empty sack.
Right. That's exactly how I think about my brain. And I just, well, now see, that was another thought. So I lost.
Yeah, you lost a marble. You're losing all your marbles. That's what that thought.
No, that's what my therapist said.
Brad, those two girls keep checking you out, buddy. That one over there keeps pushing up her tatas.
I know, that's
Good
weird.
thing you've been watching with the family loofah, because they're gonna love you.
Well, yes, it's also strange, I mean, because not only am I bigger than most of the kids, how smart I am, I'm in algebra class with these older high school girls, or maybe high school, I'm not sure. I can't tell age. How old are you when you wear training bras? I don't even know.
Probably
But they
school.
talk about it all the time. Well, it's just, I don't want to, I'm too nervous about this. It's something you can't hand down to me is your charisma and savoir-faire.
Brad, all you got to do is act like you don't care, Brad.
But I do care. That'd be lying.
Oh my God, that's why I said act, Brad.
I can't act. I'm straight and narrow. What you see is what you get.
Look,
ball.
just look.
Oh my gosh. Brad's older brother is over there. He's like in college. Look how big he is.
Wow. He is small for being in college.
I know Brad is like so much bigger and stronger than his brother. That's so cool. Your eyeshadow looks really good.
Oh, thanks. I love your your best friend's jewelry. It's nice.
Well, I'm never gonna take it off again, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I forgive you. It's okay.
Thank
And
you.
scene.
But Brad is mine.
You have the little kid with the big hands.
To be fair, I definitely foresaw my character was like, Dad told me to stop playing sports because I was about to go to college in 3 years. My dad was like, please don't get hurt. You're about to go to college.
All right.
Well,
Well, go ahead. What'd you say? That's why you never did sports, because you were going to college?
That's my story.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you're sticking. I bet you're sticking to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. All right, so we need 2 suggestions. They can be anything at all. Just, you know what? If you've got that suggestion percolating in your brain or that sack of marbles, just go ahead and write it out, because we're just going to take 2 of them. We're going to take any 2 suggestions that either from before or new ones you guys put out. They don't have to be related. They could be complex. They could be simple. It doesn't matter. And Gabe and Melanie are going to take 2 of these suggestions, and they're going to improvise the scene, trying to find a way to interweave, intertwine, intercalate, another sort of word. These 2 suggestions in a way and make a scene. It's basic. It's not, there's no gimmicks other than just improvising a scene with 2 guidelines of suggestions. So Chad, do we have 2 suggestions that maybe you thought were extra juicy that you'd like to put into this game of 2 suggestions?
Oh, extra juicy.
All right. So we have backpack.
Big pig. It's a big pig.
Mm-hmm. And Tinder.
Oh,
Big
that
pick.
is extra juicy.
Tinder. Well, Tinder goes in a big pick. All right, so this scene has something to do with the backpack and Tinder. This is 2 suggestions with Gabe and Melanie in 3, 2, and 1.
That was a long day of hiking.
It was good. It was amazing, and now it's sun is going down, and it's gonna be dark.
God, one of us should probably make a fire.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
it's getting a little chilly.
Yeah. I kind of wish I had a second jacket.
Yeah. I honestly didn't realize that when we left this morning that this was going to be like an overnight date. I don't want to presume that it's a date, but.
Oh, I mean, it's definitely a date. I
Okay,
thought that we had,
all right.
I just assumed we were hiking 14 miles out into the wilderness. Would probably be an overnight thing, but it's okay. I didn't want to be presumptuous. I packed 2 separate tents.
You
yeah.
got tents. Okay, Good.
Oh
good.
heck yeah! No, I don't sleep I don't sleep out in the wilderness. I don't roll like that.
All right.
You know.
Well, I appreciate because I mean I have my little backpack. I have like a water and my my powder and I
Yeah. Well, I got us covered. I got some
Okay.
beanie weenies, so we got some snacks. I got some beanie babies.
Wow. Okay. To just snuggle? We just snuggle them? You're so serious right now. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Where did I leave off there?
I thought maybe you did something different with Beanie Babies than I do, and I got concerned. Your silence.
No, this was for sleeping. I was
okay.
The Beanie Babies are for after we eat the beanie weenies.
That makes
I'll put 7 or 8 in your tent and about 10 to 15 in mine.
Oh, sounds lovely. Yeah, you scared me there for a minute, but well, listen, let's just I guess build the tents.
Oh, that reminds me. Here, you said you were cold. Here's a beanie. I just have beanies, just regular old beanies.
Oh, thank you.
No weenies or babies.
That's so thematic. So is that why your nickname is Bean? Like, is that just a thing? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I try
to.
I really strive to use all things bean related.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
so
you.
it's starting to get dark, and so I full disclosure, I watch a lot of Bear Grylls, and so I think I could build a fire if.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Camping is something that you're comfortable with. Like this is. I mean, I know you have the tents and the beanies, but like
it's something I've always wanted to do.
Okay.
And when we matched on Tinder, I looked at you and I was like, "This seems like a girl who could take care of me if I was lost in the wilderness." So I thought this would be a fun first date.
Well, I just I wasn't getting a lot of hits on my Tinder. And so I added that whole section about being a pre-professional mountain climber and outdoors person.
Yeah.
Again, this is actually my first hike ever.
Okay. All right.
But I do watch a lot of television.
Well, I mean, I didn't bring anything to start a fire necessarily, so we can either rub sticks together for a couple of hours, or we can share a tent.
Okay. That seems like a second date thing.
With the sticks or the tent?
Rubbing the sticks.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a little. No, if you have a bullet and we empty the gunpowder out of it, I can build a fire.
Yeah, no, I bring my AR-15 with me everywhere I go.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
And seed. I don't want to know where that seed's going to go.
I don't want to know. You got an AR-15 on a first date into the woods.
I like how you said you're not getting any hits on Tinder, so you add that you go mountain climbing, and that did the trick.
And I have at least 23 Beanie Babies with me on this first date.
Actually, that might be the guy that would match with you. I said it's the guy with 23 Beanie Babies.
I don't know.
Well, then he brings in a backpack on a 14-mile hike on a first date. Who knows how many more Beanie Babies are at home?
Your face freezing though when I said, "What are we gonna do with the Beanie Babies?"
I lost all internet connection for a solid 30 seconds.
Okay. Thanks. All right. So next we have what?
Scene 3 ways.
Well, you want to intro scene 3 ways?
Yeah. I can intro it.
Anyone can, yeah. Besides,
you want to do it together? You want to co-intro Melody?
On 3.
All right.
Let's definitely
do it. You want to? Okay.
Cohabitate.
We're gonna one word at a time. Is that how this works?
No.
Next.
All right. So we need 3. We've lost Chad. We need 3 suggestions of genre, like film genre, TV genre, book genre, play theater, just any kind of genre, and then a suggestion that you can pull out from somewhere special, Chad. Because what's going to happen is these guys are going to do a scene, about 30 to 60 second scene, and then we're gonna throw some different genres out at them, right, Gabe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did I get
That's
it right?
exactly how it's going to
Okay.
go. We're going to
Okay.
throw out some more genres, and they're going to redo the scene in some interesting ways that you guys give us. So what we
Yeah,
need for
there you go.
suggestions are different genres of television, movie, book, song. I'll even take song genres for tonight just to really mess
Oh,
with their
yeah.
brains. Yeah, I think just different genres of entertainment.
Just
Yep.
yes.
If the internet this
And
past
then-
weekend has been any indication, Taylor Swift is a genre to herself.
I believe it.
Apparently.
Yeah.
All right, Chad, do we have some genres or a suggestion from old that we can make new again?
Well, the genres are still coming in, but I would like to go ahead and nail down that suggestion. That would be canned salmon.
Can't say, now there's a
Wow.
juicy suggestion.
Exactly.
Super juicy.
It was
And
very juicy.
salmon.
Canned
All right.
salmon. Okay, so we have a suggestion for Western,
Oh.
Nice.
Western,
soap opera,
soap opera.
I really wish it was pronounced like that. People did it more soap opera rather than soap opera, because it just really gives it a squeaky
Soap.
feel. You got to give a
Yes.
full beat.
I feel like it should be sung though. If it was soap opera, that should be a whole different genre.
That's a good point.
All right, one more, Chad.
Oh, you love Olay.
indie short film.
That'll be short.
All righty.
All dialogue, no plot.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, no dialogue, just a lot of good scenic shots. All right, so
and the shins playing in the background. That's the score.
B-roll, the movie.
some Ingrid Michaelson. All right, so first we're going to do the first scene based on canned salmon. And Gabe, I'm going to let you call these scenes.
Oh, okay.
I'll get
Yeah,
caught up
sure.
in them and I'll forget.
That's fine.
So
That is fine
let's
with me.
go with scene number 1, which is just something about canned salmon.
In 3, 2, and 1.
Thank you.
No,
I think we've got to split this last can of salmon.
well, I don't like how you said last twice. That makes me think that it really is the last can. Because last time you said it was the last can, and then you just magically had another can of canned salmon.
Right. I was gonna hide it from you and eat it myself later.
You don't think I would have smelt that nasty stuff on your breath? What kind of thing do you think is happening here? You know, we're supposed to be in this together.
Okay, you're right. That's why I brought it out.
Okay, I'm sorry for getting angry. I'm hungry and it makes me cranky.
It's okay. I know. We're gonna be fine.
I don't know. It still looks pretty apocalyptic out there. I'm waiting for it to get to the post part of this apocalypse.
Yeah, me too. I don't. Do you think I don't know if that we're gonna make it to the
I don't
post
know.
part.
You never find out after the big world-ending event. You don't know what the time delay is from apocalypse to post-apocalypse. You just see what happens in the movies after the apocalyptic events, but no one tells you how long that is.
I know.
Maybe we should pop open that can of canned salmon in case we're going to die. At least we'll have some nourishment.
Yeah, and there isn't a single person left on this earth that I
Really?
want to. Well, I was gonna say that I'd want to spend my time with, but you might be right. There's maybe nobody
don't know.
left at all.
Well, but there could be. It could be your crush from high school that you said you should have married.
Oh,
He could be alive. I mean, if go figure, my luck, he'd be alive and he'd come walking down the street with another can of salmon.
well, if Jason has another can of
Oh,
salmon,
that's that some bitch's name. I forgot.
And scene. Call the first scene there. Okay, that was interesting, y'all.
That was good. I liked it.
That was good. That was good. I feel like this. There was a lot of drama. There was a lot of intrigue there. A lot of interpersonal relationship stuff going on. I want to see this as a soap opera. Or sorry, a soap
So opera.
opera, if you will. In 3, 2, and 1.
I have The last can of the salmon.
That's not surprising, Deborah. It wouldn't be unlike you to hide the last can of salmon. The penultimate can was quite delectable.
Well, I was going to hide it just for myself, but I have decided to share it with you.
Share, just like you shared it with my brother.
I did not know that you knew about my relationship with him.
Well, he looks just like me, and even sometimes I forget which one of us is me.
Oh, well, what is done is done.
Yes. Look outside. The apocalypse is still happening.
Oh, no.
There's my brother there now, looking just like me, eating another can of salmon. It's almost like I'm looking into one of those mirrors that looks into another mirror, and he just keeps seeing your reflection go down through the tunnels.
Oh, Jason, he has another can of salmon.
Oh, Rebecca, I forgot your name. I'm going to call you Rebecca from now on. You can't give my brother Jason, my twin, who looks like me, who sometimes I forget might actually be me, the last can of salmon because I'm pregnant.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. It's with this. It's going to be the first baby of the apocalypse. I'm going to call him Apocalypto.
Oh.
All right, and scene.
That's why I don't watch soap operas. They're awful.
I would like to end that one. That was awful.
They're not good.
But you hit on some interesting points there. I think there was some interesting stuff with like forgetting who you are, thinking you're someone else, not knowing if the apocalypse is over or not. Can it be? Should it be? Would it be? I don't know. Let's see it as an indie short film because that'll definitely enlighten us. In 3, 2, and 1.
I thought I had the last can of salmon, but turns out there's an extra one.
Extra salmon would be nice. I feel like I've just lost all of my gumption, all my go-to-itiveness.
Oh, yeah. I felt that way too after that tragic event we both went through.
Rebecca, let me open up my heart cockle to you and describe exactly how I'm feeling in possibly words that no one really uses in real life, but sound good melodically as I say them to you in this verbiage.
Gosh, I'm so privileged that you have opened your heart cockles up to me.
Well, you look out here, Denver's looking mighty destructive right about now, and I think this might be it. It might be me, you, this last can of salmon, and my CD of the Shins, which is great for the soundtrack.
It really is.
Roll credits. All right, that was a pretty decent short film. I'm gonna be honest, but I want to take this in a whole different route, a whole different avenue. I want to scratch everything we've done before and just try it again, but as a Western, because canned food just screams Western. Mm-hmm. So I want to try it one more time in 3, 2, and 1.
Well, I found this here last can of fish.
Well, you can't just have a can of fish. It's salmon, or as I like to call it, salmon.
Well, I mean, I reckon I could share it with you.
Ooh, doggy, you better done share it with me, because if you look right outside the shutters of this here saloon, it looks like Silver City is going to hell.
Oh, yeah.
Tumbleweeds are blowing everywhere.
I see it. There's tumbleweeds the size of Texas out there just rumbling right down the street.
Which is weird, because if it was the size of Texas, it would block out the sun.
Oh, well, I reckon you're right. That's why we got to keep you around.
Well, you do, because I know things. I know that wasn't the last can of salmon. I know there's another can that you're later going to tell me it's the last can of salmon.
Well, I reckon you're right. The thing is, I got a little bit into the whiskey, and I forgot where I'm like a squirrel, like a squirrel,
Like a drunk ass squirrel.
A drunk ass squirrel. That's what they called me back in the one room schoolhouse.
Yes, they did. I remember you're just a tiny little tack and sucking back on the moonshine. Fourth grade, spelling all your spelling tests.
Lunches.
Well, Yeah, it's gone. You know what? Why don't you just take all that whiskey? I'm going to sit here and wonder when the post part of this apocalypse is going to happen. And I'm just going to have my post-apocalyptic depression just sitting there watching you just get wasted and ruin your life on whiskey.
Well, I reckon that sounds like a typical Tuesday for me, so I don't mind that idea too much. And I tell you one thing, there ain't one single person I would rather spend my typical Tuesday with than you.
Oh, well, you sold me on, I love alliterations, and typical Tuesday sounds like a fun day to me.
And scene. And there, that's great.
I love the first scene so much. There's no way you're gonna make it any better.
It's true. That first scene was phenomenal.
That was fun. Well, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had fun. I know I had a dandy time. That's great. I love watching Melanie get loopy. That was my favorite part. I've never seen that in real life, so it is great. I think she got sucked back into the whiskey. That's good stuff. I'd like to thank Katie for playing here tonight. Thank Gabe for playing with us here tonight. And of course, Melanie, this is so much fun. I had such a grand old time. Chad, I'm going to turn it over to you real quick because we have to choose a title for this show, don't we?
Yes, we are. And I do want to remark, I mentioned this in the chat, but I need Bobcat Goldthwait as a grizzled prospector more often. Like, that was just amazing. All right, so first of all, before we get to the titles, thank you again to everybody who participated in that hype train earlier. Thank you to Jana Fidgets, Arch Radish, Katie Joe, Eagle Panini, Whiskey, Comedy Girly, Run, B Ham. Thank you all so much for getting that hype train going and moving along. So we appreciate all that. That keeps the wheels of comedy moving and us funny. Okay, so let us. By the way, I forgot to mention this last stream, but we have done over 250 hours of streaming.
What?
Wow.
That is insane. We have been killing it on the streaming game. So thank you. And all of you out there watching us, you have had a huge hand in that. Could not do the show without you. So thank you so much. All right, so let's get on, and we have a lot of suggestions tonight. So, first of all, we have Stand Weird Like Legos. A whole H of a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do another incest scene.
That's just honesty.
It wasn't in a scene. It was just. Yeah. It's just truly how I felt.
Yep. Alphabet soup cake.
I forgot. That was dumb.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm indoorsy.
Yeah.
Indoorsy. Yep.
The Vaughnville.
The
Vaughnville. I like how Leonardo da Vinci was German in that scene. That was great. I trust you. I trust you with my whole brain. The Family Loofah. Braggadocio. Vaughnville Love Seat. The Good Training Bra. Beanie Weenies and Beanie Babies. Or
gotta get all the beanies in there.
Beanies, no weenies, or babies.
Oh, beanies, no weenies.
Or babies. Well, that's how that works, right? The last can of salmon.
The last can of salmon.
I love that one.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Apocalypto. Not that anything else is ever.
That's just an awful Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah, it is. And Heart Cockles, the short film.
So if you like out there in the audience, if you like any of those ideas and you want to kind of give it an upvote, go ahead and type one of those titles. And again, we'll use that as an upvote for us to choose. And where it's going to be, that's what it's going to be called for the rest of all eternity. Also, while we still have some of the audience in there, this Saturday, I might as well plug the show. This Saturday, Ty and I will be doing a 2-person show we'll call co-op. I forget what
co-op
mode. Co-op mode, yeah, Chris and Ty co-op mode. There we go. It's going to be me and Ty doing 2-person long-form improv for as long as we can. So it's going to be kind of, I mean, not forever, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. So please feel free to tune in. I know we haven't done a show on Saturday in a while, so if you got your Saturday free, check that out, especially early if you want to. When we start, so you guys can give us suggestions. And since we're not doing short form, we'll probably take all of our suggestions early on. We may find a way to get some suggestions throughout the show, but we don't know what we're doing, so it's gonna be fun. Chad, do we have any upvotes for the title?
Let's see. Looking through it, we don't have any upvotes for the title, so I think it's fair game. Whatever you want to do.
All right. What do we want from cast? What do you guys like?
The last can of salmon. Is
The last can of
winner
salmon?
for me. I love it.
Okay. Melanie, you got a choice? Last can of salmon. You like that one?
It's
Okay.
such a good title.
Sure. The last can of salmon. I like that. All right. So that's what we'll call it. The last can of salmon. Who was that? Addie Hatter. Chad, that came up?
Let me double check. Sorry, I had like
90% chance.
Yeah,
Gotta be. I'm pretty sure
Addie
Addie's.
was in fact Addie Hatter.
Yeah, Addie Hatter. You always got Addie in there. You know Addie's going to give us the title. So nicely done, Addie. We'll put that into the other. We need a special Addie section.
No, she's
For all
gonna be, like,
the ones that
trademarking all our titles. Or
I want royalties, damn it. So thank you again, Addie, for that. You will now be the love of our lives for the next 10-15 minutes until the euphoria wears off. So thank you. Chad, any raids or anything planned for after the show?
Yeah, I didn't have anybody on the short
No
list tonight,
worries.
so sorry about that.
No worries. They haven't been working lately anyway.
Yeah,
so I'd like to
that's
once again thank Gabe and Katie and Melanie for improvising here tonight. Chad for using all of his levers and pulleys and bells and whistles and magic to make this stream seamless. And thank all of you guys for all of your suggestions. And with that, have a wonderful rest of your night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.